This week in episode number 296 of the Convincing Idiots podcast. In our main topic, it's getting to be summertime. One of the best things about summer are summer blockbuster movies. So Dean and I are going to debate the top 5 summer blockbusters, greatest summer blockbuster movies of all time. What's on the list? Keep listening, keep watching, and let's start the show.
You guys enjoy your whatever that is.
All right. Test.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to Convincing Idiots. Brian, you love the summer.
Of course.
I love the summer. What is better, other than sitting by the pool, drinking maybe a nice cold beer? What's better than that? Maybe getting into the theater, nice air conditioning theater on a hot summer day, and watching the latest blockbuster. And what makes it a blockbuster is everybody's going to see it. So
Right.
this week, we're going to put together we're going to cultivate our list.
Cultivating Idiots segment, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
right. Cultivating an idiot segment.
Yep.
That's
So
what the main topic's going to be now.
That's right.
So we're going to put together our list of the greatest summer blockbuster. That's key. I mean, there's a lot of good movies that came out in like December and stuff. This is summer blockbusters of all time. Normally we do it with the 3. We each give 3 of our opinions, and then we debate it down to a 5. With AI Nick batteries had run out, it's now just Brian and I. So we're going to actually just do 5 and 5, and then we'll discuss and get it down to a core 5. How does that sound, Brian?
Yep. Sounds great.
All right. So like before, like all the other things, we're gonna go and rattle off our 3, now 5, and then we'll do our arguments for them.
Okay.
And I don't think, I mean, with only 2, there's no unanimous thing. It's just we'll agree. We'll figure it out as we go.
Yeah. Well, I think if we have an overlap or we have to, we'll agree. We'll agree
Right.
what goes on the list here.
I have a feeling we at least have one of the same, if not 2.
I'm going to guess probably 2 that we have an overlap for. So I am going to say from June 1st, 1984, Ghostbusters. From July 18th, 2008, The Dark Knight. From June 11th, 1993, Jurassic Park. May 25th, 1977, Star Wars. And released June 20th, 1975, Jaws.
All right. That's a hell of a list because we have some overlaps.
Sure.
All right. I'm going to go and start my list with, I didn't get all fancy with the dates, so I'm just going to read off the said movies. Number 1, Jaws. I have Star Wars, Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, and Independence Day.
Mm-hmm.
Gen X Brian here from the Convincing Idiots podcast. If you're enjoying our show, tell a friend. And if you're not, well, tell 2 enemies.
So we have 3 that are left. So we're going to sit here and argue 2. Just so we have something I can do here.
Well, just let's talk about the overlaps here. So where do you want to start first? Why did you pick?
Let's start with Jaws. You got to go. You got to with Jaws. Jaws is, and I picked Jaws same way that you did. it's the reason they call stuff blockbusters. The term was coined for the Jaws movie because people were lined up around the blocks and down the street to see this film. It was busting the block. It was so Jaws is the reason for this term. It's the reason it should be the number one on the list, in my opinion. And it's one of the greatest films ever made. So
that's the key right there. You said it's not just a summer blockbuster movie. Exactly what you said there. It's arguably one of the greatest films. Exactly what you said that's ever been made. Period. It really was the start. It was the start of the genius of Steven Spielberg. I mean, that's where he got his main big break, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the brilliance of that movie is just as of course as we know. And by the way, there's a Jaws documentary. Jaws has been around 50 years.
I watched it
last year. Very, very good stuff. I can't recall. It might be on Disney. I think it's on Disney on National Geographic or something like that. But you can find it. Just look up the Jaws documentary. It tells you the whole story of how the movie got made with Robert Dreyfuss and Spielberg and a few folks interviewed on that. Very, very good. So if you're a Jaws fan, definitely check that out, or just a movie fan. Check that out. But as we know, they were the idea was they were trying to have a mechanical shark be featured, but they had trouble getting it to work properly. So it forced Spielberg to get creative and not see the shark in many scenes of the movie. As you know, a lot of the scenes when it's just the perspective of the shark swimming and coming up on it. But that took that movie to a whole other level of fear and suspense where it's people in the water, they're frolicking, they don't know what's going on, and it's just the
score is ridiculous.
Is there a better thriller movie score? I mean, that's arguably one of the best as well, right? So,
and another thing, another little tidbit, you probably know this, that the on set they named the shark Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
So that is also why in the movie Finding Nemo the shark is named Bruce.
That's good. That makes sense. That's funny.
So,
and it's the actors. I mean, you had incredible actors throughout this film, and then certainly with Richard Dreyfuss and help me out here. Who's the other two guys?
Roy Schneider. And what? God damn it, Quint.
We'll look him up here.
Yeah,
because you have to talk about these guys here. So it is that Robert Shaw.
Jesus Christ!
No, it's okay.
We should make ourselves better and edit that fucking part out.
Roy Schneider. Yeah, we can do that. But we have Robert Shaw, Richard Dreyfuss had actual personal tension on the set, which kind of made their scenes that much more compelling and everything. So just great. And in my book as well, we'll have an episode on this, but one of the greatest monologue scenes in film history with Robert Shaw telling the story of when he was in battle and the ship was sunk, which I can't remember what the ship's name was now, but about how the sharks were swimming around and took a lot of the crew and this and that and the other. But that's like a scene where it's just silence and the boat creaking and he's telling that story. It's like, man, just so compelling.
In that documentary that you're talking about, they talk about that scene, and if I remember correctly, he was drunk the day before, and they couldn't get
right.
They kept messing up, so he went home. They sent him home, or back to wherever he was staying, and he wrote that scene and asked if he could do it. Almost an apology for fucking things up on that day because he got drunk on the boat. So, if I remember correctly, he wrote that monologue.
Amazing.
Robert Shaw did.
Yeah, somebody just great. Won several Academy Awards. It was up for Best Picture. It did win Best Picture on the People's Choice Awards for what that's worth. But yeah, amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, every year it's a great summer watch. even now.
Oh, totally.
Every year. Yeah. All right. What was the next overlap that we had?
Next overlap was Star Wars. I mean,
Yeah.
so it's on your shirt. That was my honorable mention, and I only had an honorable mention and not on my 3 list because I was like, well, we need content, so I know one of those 2 or both of them are going to put it on their list. So, yeah, come on, it's Star Wars. It's the one of the main reasons we started this podcast.
Right.
It was. Go ahead.
No, please go ahead.
No, it was the cultural phenomenon that kind of brought nerdom to the next level.
Yeah.
And it's continuing to do so to this day. I mean, shit, we have a Star Wars movie in the theaters as we speak. Might not be a blockbuster, but we still got Star Wars on the movie big screen today.
That's right. That's right. I'm looking forward to it. I know we'll definitely watch it together. The 50th anniversary of Star Wars next year, and they're going to have the original cut and everything. So that will be something to see. But
that'll be fun.
Yeah, it's still arguably the best Star Wars movie, period. I mean, it's still, for me, arguably, it's still the best overall Star Wars movie of all of them still. I mean,
well,
Empire Strikes Back is probably a better film. I get it. But there's still something very special about that first movie. As we've talked before, it has a beginning, middle, and end. If that was the only movie that they made, it would be fine as far as a storyline is concerned, you know. So it's very satisfying in many respects. So, and of course, I'm Gen X, and you're not far behind. But for me as a kid, I mean, I think back now, so I would have been 8 years old that summer, going on 9. So when that thing hit and all the hype around it, I remember my parents taking me to go see it in a theater. We went one day and they were sold out, couldn't get in. I can't remember where we wound up seeing it. I know we tried to go see it at the Chapel Hill Mall, in the theater inside the mall at the time, but we went back again like a day or so later and watched it. And as from the perspective, of course, for everybody, it was just like you said, it was a whole other mind-blowing experience as far as special effects and just everything that they were able to pull off without any type of CGI, nothing. It's as we know, it's all practical effects and models and everything.
He started his LMI. He started that whole a special effects company because nobody could do what he had envisioned. So he created his own company to solve his own problems.
Yeah. Just amazing. But I just still remember seeing that, just bits and pieces, even now as a kid, watching that movie on the big screen and just being completely blown away by that. And the whole presence of, Darth Vader, just everything was so huge on the screen and just mind blowing. And, instantly hooked as a kid. Then I got all the toys and the merchandise and you name it. As a kid, I was trying to go after it. So and here we are today, like you said, just fans to this day.
Still got it.
Still going to watch it. Still enjoying it. Yep. All these years later. So, but yeah, that was just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So
definitely.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of getting your mind blown and being blown away, that takes us to our third one that we agreed to. When Jurassic Park hit the theaters,
93.
It was this in 1993. It did this. It gave the same wow factor that Star Wars did.
It did.
Like, you couldn't. I mean, you're looking at a real life goddamn dinosaur.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like,
amazing. I mean, and to know that it wasn't CGI. That these were the practical, mechanical dinosaurs, but like they did such an incredible job that it just young, old, like, I mean, you go to see that. It's why it's up there. in the grossing box office,
Right. So
because of.
they did start to use CGI in this film. Not
Oh, did
all of
they?
it. They did. So that
But
was one thing that made this groundbreaking, is that this was the early
oh, okay,
development of CGI also. Not all of it.
okay.
Like you said, they did have some practical
They had. I know that because they
effects.
had like the actual like T-Rex. The majority of them was practical, right?
I'm not sure how much it was, but this was newer technology back then, and clearly very well done. Very
Oh,
well done, and
absolutely.
really helped usher in that era of using CGI in film. But like you said, watching that, there were people that thought there were somehow real dinosaurs that was in that movie.
Right.
That they just couldn't get their head around the fact of that those were not real creatures you see on the screen, that it was effects that they were able to
See,
pull off so well
see,
that it was just mind blowing.
I was around 7 or 8, like your age. No, maybe 93. Was it 93?
93. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I was a little. I was like 12 or something like that.
Mm.
But still, that there's a whole we have a whole mess of gaggle family, so we weren't exactly going to see the theater movies all the time. We were VHS people. But that was one I do remember all of us going to the theater. My dad made sure we all did go to see that on the big screen, and that was incredible. That was really something else.
Yeah, as far as like you said, just movie experiences, that still ranks
The
way up
roar,
there.
like it felt like it shook your goddamn seat. Like when the T-Rex first lets out that fucking ferocious roar, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
Pretty amazing. And the one scene is that they pan over, and it's like the eye is right in front of you, and the pupil shrinks and everything. So good. And I my first time seeing that, Dean, was at the drive-in theater. So that was on the huge screen with my girlfriend at the time. And just blew us away. Phenomenal. Very, very good. And obviously that's another one. That's another movie to this day. They still keep making them because of the popularity and the whole thing. So Allie and I just watched the most recent one finally. That was out last summer, this past week as well. It's good. It's a solid movie. Still enjoyable.
So upon watching the Jurassic Park up on the screen in your car, did she touch your Velociraptor? Did you get a little? Was it a good time at the movies there, Brian? You get a little. You get a little roaring going on yourself.
Brontosaurus action, you know what I mean? So, yeah, absolutely. No, good stuff. And that movie's another one. It had a budget, Dean, of 56 million range, and it made over $1 billion.
Yeah.
Several awards. And again, another one, Steven Spielberg. Amazing.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that's our 3. So it's now time to argue, Brian. So you have to argue, and put my spectacles back on here. You have Ghostbusters and The Dark Knight, and
That's
I have Back to the Future and Independence Day.
All good ones.
Mostly. Go ahead and do your darndest, bud. Try to convince me of The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight is the best Batman movie. Period. I don't care. In my book. Not because of I understand. I know you don't like the Christian Bale Batman. He's annoying. But
now, is this coming from somebody who's never seen Michael Keaton's Batman?
That's still a very good movie.
Okay.
The first one's still very good. Okay. But Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker, to me is untouchable as far as any. And we've argued about this in the past. There are great villains of all time. Heath Ledger today is still arguably one of the best villains portrayed, certainly comic book villains ever. Okay.
What's the difference then? Dark Knight Rises. Wasn't there three of them?
This is the second one of the three. So in this one here, this is a story where Batman has been established for a few years.
No. I understand that, but I'm saying the names.
Yeah, it was Batman. It was
Was it Dark Knight Rises, and Dark Knight Returns?
it was like Batman Rises or something like. No, that was Dark Knight Rises. That was the third one. I can't remember. It was like, Batman Returns, or it was something. I don't remember exactly. But
okay, all right.
But this was the first one with the Dark Knight in the title.
Okay.
Because you learn how he got the name the Dark Knight at the end of the movie. He sort of sacrifices his reputation and everything to not portray Harvey Dent as the villain. This is the Harvey Dent story of the Two-Face and him becoming Two-Face and kind of falling from grace and all that stuff. So I don't know, man. It's just great. Again, it to me, it just keeps coming back to Heath Ledger, just a perfect portrayal of the Joker. It just completely took over the film. There are a lot of good things about that movie, but he was just magnificent, and the scenes with him and Batman together were just so good, so good. So it overshadows any annoyances that you might have, at least for me, in Christian Bale's portrayal of Batman with the voice and this and that. I get it, but just so well written and well done. Of course, we know Heath Ledger won the Academy Award posthumously, right, for his portrayal here. So just great, and made a killing. I remember being so excited to go see that movie. It was such the big hype in seeing another. We hadn't seen the Joker on the big screen since, like you said, so Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson's Batman movie, and that was in '89, something like that. So,
okay, so hold on real quick. Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and
Batman
Dark
Begins.
Knight Rises was the third one.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're talking about the Dark Knight. Yeah, that's the one with Heath Ledger.
The Joker.
Okay.
That's right.
Right. And I will agree with you that it is the better of the three. And the Heath Ledger's performance was fantastic. I will give you those 2 points to it. You do make an argument. I will take it into consideration.
Okay.
And which one would you like me to argue here?
You pick. It doesn't matter. They're both good movies.
All right. Back to the Future. It's iconic. It's Michael J. Fox. It's with the soundtrack from Huey Lewis. Back in the 80s, you had, just those two.
Is this 84 or 85? Let's see. I'll look at it.
I think it came out in 85. Filmed
1985. Yeah, 85. Yep.
It is the quintessential 1980s movie. You know what I mean? It has the TV pop star as a star. You have the I don't want to say aging. He was probably pretty decently young. Just had to look older. Doc Brown there. From Crispin Glover to Leah Thompson, the cast is stacked. The movies, the way they portrayed time travel, I think, was unique compared to some of the other things that, before that, sci-fi movies were, with time travel, were that sci-fi movies. Sure. They brought this to the mainstream. So it actually, to me, brought a level of fandom and nerddom and kind of married them and made them acceptable together, if that makes sense. Sci-fi and blockbusters, unless your rarity of Star Wars, at that time wasn't exactly, common, right?
Sure.
It's a time travel movie. The plot is fantastic. I mean, I think that you could probably poke holes in the plot, but not much, not many. You know what I mean? Yes, it's time travel, so like, yes, a lot of things have to be, taken into consideration and accepted. But for that movie, it was fun for everybody. To this day, they still have conventions for it. They still, you could type it. Do yourself a favor, type in merchandise, and there's still shirts and everything else. Like
Sure.
the merchandise for that movie is still on fire. And so Back to the Future to me is one of the most fun blockbuster movies. You didn't have the explosions. You didn't have the giant, cinematic scenes, but it was just a fun, wholesome, sci-fi, big budget comedy, and it worked.
Yeah. I it's one of my favorite movies, period. It really is. That's one that I always enjoy going back, and I also like to watch that one. There's a few movies in a summer movie rotation, not unlike a Christmas time rotation, where it just doesn't seem like summer unless you watch a certain group of movies, and that's always been one of them. Everything you said about it. For me, it takes me right back to high school. It was just Michael J. Fox and his, just starting to. Arguably his best movie, you could say, maybe. Certainly a lot of fun.
Sure. And Christopher Lloyd. How old was Christopher Lloyd? Taxi wasn't still on the air at that time, right? In 85?
I don't think so. Let's see
here. Obviously he had done Cuckoo's Nest in the late 70s or mid to late 70s. But I think Taxi was done by then, by 85.
How old would you think Christopher Lloyd was in 1985?
This is fun. I'm going to say not as old as everybody would think. I'm going to guess he's younger than I am now. I would guess he's younger than 45. I'd say in 1985, he was probably 42 years old.
Close. 46. He was 46. Right. Yep.
I could play Doc Brown. Look at me.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, like you said, it's a great movie. A lot of fun. And the fun thing about that movie was, too, with the time travel, as we know, there were repercussions. That was the cool thing about it, because Doc Brown warned Marty, you can't go and screw things up because you can have an impact on the real timeline. And of course, did happen. That did happen in the movie, which was cool. That made it, from the science fiction of time travel. I don't like the time travel where it's like you can just time travel and everything seems to be fine. You're not messing anything up. No,
right.
You would think this is what would happen if you go back in time and you change something in the past. It would certainly have repercussions in the future, maybe even impact your own existence in the future, which almost, of course, happens to Marty in the movie.
Yeah, I was watching because I go down rabbit holes on like these on YouTube, and like 15 things you didn't know about this movie, that movie, and I always stop and watch the multiple ones of the Back to the Future ones. The scene where he has the guitar and the picture on the guitar in there, and is watching it fade and stuff and like out of existence. They couldn't get that shot practically, so they had to build the neck of a guitar that's like fucking 5 feet long and like that thick to get the proper shot so it would look fine. So the perspective was right. So yeah, that could, when you see that the neck of the guitar, it's gigantic in real life.
Very good.
And if you think about it, you're talking about how they go ahead and things change in their lives, when he gets back and he's done everything. And if you look at it, Marty's parents come back and like they have a better marriage, they're in better shape, they got money. And then as a kid, you open the door, or they open the door, and Biff is working for McFly, for George McFly, and you're like, oh wow, Biff really, he got the shitty end of the deal. But if you look at it, he owns his own business. Like he's not like middle management anymore. He owns his own detailing business. Whether he's timid towards George or not, he still owns he's still his own boss now. So he did help Biff in a sense, right?
Yeah. No, it's good. I like the subtle things too, like the whole performance, and then the guys like calling his cousin, let him listen to the rock song Marvin Berry. So Chuck Berry's cousin, the birthday it had an impact on creating Chuck Berry in that timeline.
Yeah.
So those are little fun things in that movie as well. So
or when they take off from the shopping center, it's Twin Pines Mall, and as soon as he goes through the time machine, he destroys one of the pine trees. So when he comes back, it's Single Pine Mall.
Yeah. Yep. Good stuff. Yeah. Great movie. A lot of fun. Hard to argue against Back to the Future. Well, similar feeling for me, Ghostbusters 1984. That was another movie that just really was a huge pop culture impact. Just very different. Just so much fun. Just the idea of guys going out and catching live ghosts was an interesting concept in itself. And then just four great actors playing off of each other. It was just phenomenal. It's Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis and Ernie Banks just all played so well off of each other. And then the supporting cast and everything. Sigourney Weaver was great. I just loved the concept was just so much fun.
Yeah.
Very unique, Rick Moranis. It's a movie even now. I just never get tired of it. I like to watch it around Halloween. I'm good to watch it in the summer. It just makes me smile. The storyline, it still holds up for me well. The effects were done well. They still hold up very good. The scene when they pull out with the Ecto-1 for the first time with the sirens and everything, that never, I always get excited and smile at that scene every time. So It's just great. It's just a very entertaining movie. The storyline is pretty solid. It's got a good, satisfying ending. Just thoroughly entertaining. Of course, it launched several sequels. Even now, it launched, as we know, animated series and comic books, and the merchandise.
High C.
Yeah, that's right. The Ecto, high
Cooler.
C flavor or whatever, Ecto Cooler. Everybody in the world knows, if you see the Ghostbusters symbol, you know pretty much exactly what it is. That symbol itself is certainly iconic in the world of pop culture. So just great. The second one really, for me, just fell off pretty drastically, but that first movie is still just so good. So thoroughly entertaining and satisfying.
100% agree. No notes. It's a iconic movie, a fantastic movie, one of my favorites. There are a couple movies in this world that me and my son have connected to, even at a young age when he was younger, and two of them are on this list. So I'm going to right now go ahead and just rubber stamp Ghostbusters for that reason. Oh, the other movie is Jaws. He's been a fan since he was a kid. Hell, his 8th birthday, we got to rent out the West Theater in Barberton.
Yes, I was there for that. That was
you
fun.
were there for that, and he chose Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
only because they're going to be younger kids, and he wanted Jaws, but that was Ghostbusters was a second choice. And we thought Jaws might be a little scary for some kids. So
yeah.
Jaws and Ghostbusters both hold a special place in my heart. On top of them being terrific movies in the most entertaining way. So I'm going to rubber stamp. I'm putting that on the list right now. Ghostbusters.
Very good. Very good. And I'll repay Dean. I want to put Back to the Future. I'll give Back to the Future the edge
Hold
over.
on.
Go ahead.
Do you at least want to hear Independence Day?
Oh, you have Independence Day. Yes, I almost forgot. All right. Hold
Now,
on. I'll
I'm
hold
not
my
going to be upset.
other recommendation. Hold my other
Okay.
recommendation. Okay, go ahead.
So Independence
Go ahead.
Day.
Sorry about that.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. To me, Independence Day is what like the modern blockbuster should be. Like
Mhm.
it was like one of the last, like it just felt like a blockbuster. The size of it, the scope of it, the actors, and just it was I remember how the anticipation was probably
Yeah,
just as big,
sure.
if not bigger.
I remember I remember the previews for that. You saw the ship going over and
Oh
blowing up
yeah,
the White House. It was like, what in the hell is this?
yeah.
Oh my
Like
God.
if they're showing us that, what the fuck else do they have in this thing?
Exactly.
That's
Right.
incredible.
Yeah.
And I remember going to see it at the Lake Cinema. They just reopened it, like the year before or whatever.
Man.
Um, and I remember going to see that as a teenager and just being blown away. It's just fun.
Yeah.
And you're talking about those movies and the sound, right?
Yes.
Not just the acting, but like the sound effects and like those explosions when that White House is blown up and those cities are being blown up, you can almost feel the sound.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
how it's a cool movie. Even to this day, if it's on TV, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna watch it from wherever it's at.
Yeah.
I say that, but I think everything on our list, we probably do that. But yeah, it's such a fun movie. It's definitely feels like Blockbuster. Like when
Sure.
I thought, I'm like, you know what, that feels right. Might not definitely not a better movie than Back to the Future, but it feels more of a blockbuster than Back to the Future, if that makes sense. So you do with that as you may. I have both of them there.
Mm. Yeah, that is a great pick there. And that was, by the way, that was 1996 that was released
96, yeah.
already. Yeah, man. Yeah, like you said, great. And Jeff Goldblum makes it he's in this movie as well. Yeah, he's
Oh, he's
great
so great.
in these movies. Will
Hey,
Smith
we already got.
was
I'm
great.
happy that we got Goldblum on our list somewhere, so it doesn't
That's
have
right.
to be Independence Day. We have a Goldblum.
That's right. And again, we mentioned Bill Pullman in the new
Burroughs.
Burroughs movie. It just so good. I know we had the episode, Dean. We had our favorite fictional presidents. Bill Pullman was our
He won.
favorite, our
Yep, he was our
collective
favorite.
favorite. Yeah,
Yep.
just his portrayal of the president. That's like a fantasy world president, like a guy that was just you know a good dude kicking ass and fighting aliens, and it's you imagine just the comparisons of what we've had for a while here now. But anyhow, uh, like you said, it just gets you pumped up.
Yep.
His
That speech
ass
alone.
and oh yeah,
And
so
Will
good.
Smith.
It's great in this.
I find a lot of what Will Smith does, like Men in Black and all these other movies, it there's a cringe factor to me. That you're like, yeah, it's Will Smith, so you accept it and you go with it. But there is that when he gives these silly one-liners, you go in the side of you go, all right, that's okay. I spend the whole time inside doing that when watching Men in Black. Great movie, love it, but you're like, okay, just stop. Enough. We get you're Will Smith. We understand.
Mm.
But for Independence Day, it worked. He played off Jeff Goldblum so well, and his
Damn.
welcome to Earth, and he punches the alien. Even
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, fuck you, alien. That's right.
Mm.
Yeah.
See, now you got me thinking. That's a good one to add in here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we've made our case for all of them now.
We have
Okay.
we have one left. We have right now we have Jaws, Jurassic Park, Star Wars, and Ghostbusters. That is a hell of a list already.
Yes, it certainly is. Okay. Okay. From a overall fun entertainment value could watch it anytime and enjoy it. It didn't necessarily, it coming out in the summer did not necessarily add to the blockbuster feel to it. Wasn't necessarily, I don't know if it was even, so Back to the Future for me, again, it pushes a lot of buttons for me, and just an entertaining movie, what an entertaining movie should be, and just fun from beginning of the movie to the end. But if we're talking again, the blockbuster with the whole other level of hype and excitement, the fact that it's set at Independence Day, right? And just the power of Bill Pullman and the hype up and just the feeling of that you have in the theater where you're high-fiving people next to you that you don't know, and everybody's just having a great time. Those are the experiences of a true summertime blockbuster, and the feel of all that stuff here. So, all things considered, I'm going to change it up here. I'm going to say that Independence Day, to me, will get the edge from a summer blockbuster. And it was a blockbuster. It definitely
sure was.
killed it. And I don't think they made sequels of that too, Dean, did they? I think it was just like,
They
this
sure
is
did.
the movie we're making, and that's it. And that was
They
another
made
good thing
one,
about that.
They made one like 2 years ago.
Did they really?
They
Oh,
sure did.
no.
It was in the theaters
no.
for a cup of coffee. I think it made, I don't know, probably a quarter of its budget.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Well, but you got quintessential Jeff Goldblum and Will Smith at his Will Smithiest, back then.
That's right.
And again, the great Bill Pullman. Yeah, so just Randy Quaid had a great role in that also. So, yeah, just fun. Just a whole different feel to that movie. It's still entertaining. Holds up well.
We got two Jeff Goldblums on our list. I'm pretty happy about tonight.
Any list with two Jeff Goldblums is a good list.
Yeah. Yes, it's it's beautiful. I love it. Yes, I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it so much.
Yes.
Love it. All right, this
summertime.
Summer's good. Summer's good. Summer's good. Summer's good. Brian, I do think we did it. We've got it all. Blockbusters and summertime and fun and podcasting. Can't forget podcasting. Podcasting, so important. And we've done it perfectly up there. You can't see anything else because it is the top. We're at the top, Brian.
Yes. If you like what you're seeing, you like what you're listening to, we're going to imitate Jeff Goldblum for the next 24 episodes, nonstop. Yes. Find us on where we listen to podcasts. Yes, Apple, like a good apple, red apple, granny apple is very good. Apple Podcasts, so very tasty. So apple pie,
eyes, the crunch, and the
fantastic. Pick your own.
Oh, you can pick them. You get up and you twist it. Oh, it comes off. You're like, oh, it's a beautiful apple. Like I have this to myself. It's mine. It's my apple. I picked it.
Amazing fruit. Amazing podcast. Watch us on YouTube. Find us everywhere on our website, convincingidiots.wordpress.com. Find us on a Linktree page. It's a page. It's got links. It's amazing. Who knows how it works? But you click a link, it takes you to a different place.
So mysterious. Nobody knows.
That's right.
Nobody knows how it works.
That's right.
But it's so.
Maybe,
it's
could
good.
be another dimension. It could be just a link. Who knows? You got to check it out.
Yes.
Yes. Convincing Idiots Linktree. Absolutely. Come back next week. We'll try to regenerate AI Millennial Nick. Yes.
D batteries. We won't forget D batteries. We'll get the D batteries.
That's right. And have we convinced you that again, any list that has multiple Jeff Goldblums on it is just an amazing list? Just an amazing list.
It's the best. Oh, we're looking forward to it next week. Oh, you. Oh, all of you. Oh my God, so much. We love you. Good night. Good morning. Wherever it is to you. Is it day? Is it light out? Is it dark? Who knows? You know. I don't. Oh, good. Enjoy it. Enjoy all of it. Oh, Convincing Idiots. Thank you.
Come cultivate with us. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey, did you like that video? You know you did, and we know you did. So stop screwing around and go like that video, subscribe to our channel, and join us for some more.
Ham grape.
Spotify has a new AI rating. That's interesting. That's terrible. I mean, that's not a good lead in at all. Let's see.